do have the right teams. Got it. Okay, here we go. Sorry about the slow start. I just woke up from a nap like 2 minutes ago, so I kind of had to boogie. We are good to go. Do I have the teams correct for game one? Yes, I do. All right, here we go. That's not what I want. That's not what I want either. Sorry about that. Okay. Hello, welcome to the stream. Tonight we have Team Pyro and Sloppy Seconds versus Team CUH. I actually don't know what their actual team title is. I'll have to check that here in a minute. Once draft is done, we'll take a look at the rosters and the team names. Sivir, first pick for PSS. Kind of an interesting choice to commit to Sivir that early. We'll see if they pick a good comp to go with it. Okay. Sup, Rogotters? See you there in the chat. I think we play against you on Sunday, right? I think I remember your name during the scouting. Sadly, you're on vacation. Okay, so are you the other person that they're subbing for? Okay. I got this bag of excited as a newbie, but enjoying the cast especially. So thank you. I got this bag of Harkins popcorn kettle corn at the grocery store today. And for some reason there are caramel popcorn shells in it, which I don't think they're supposed to be because there's nowhere on the packaging to indicate that they should be in there. And the whole bag of popcorn just tastes kind of weird, so I'm a little disappointed. But I'm still hungry, so I'm going to keep eating it. I know that Dakota will complain, but he can deal with it. Okay. We got Vigar and Hui, so that must be a Vigar support then, I assume. I guess it could be a Hui support too. And Ornn, always a big league favorite. Trundle, a very good pick into it though, as is Cassiopeia. I do like the melee champs they picked to go with Sivir. Pretty good at running in on people. Or she's good at helping them run in on people. So I like that. I don't know about the Janna pick necessarily, but they did pick it early. I do like the CUH comp. There's a lot of CC there for playmaking. Vigar, Pantheon, and Ornn. Plus a little bit from Hui as well. Their comp's got a good mix that can kite back in, pull forward, which is good. I guess PS5 or PSS does as well. Not a lot of range on that comp, admittedly. That is probably the one big weakness of it. But those two frontliners could definitely be very hard to kill, especially if we can get the Trundle on the Ornn and steal those stats. And they will be very fast, thanks to the Sivir, so. Seems like we're having issues with the custom game lobby, which is very typical. He wouldn't be a beer league without technical issues of some kind. Although this one I think is Riot's fault. Go ahead and mute my client before I forget. There we go. I think they might have done the wrong type of lobby. Whoops. That's okay, it doesn't really matter. I think they did the OG regular draft. You know, the one where there were 3 bands per team and the top player did all 3 bands? I think they picked that lobby by accident. I didn't even realize that lobby was still in the game. But I guess you can only use it in custom games. Probably Hansi's fault. Probably true. And it looks like it will indeed be Hui support and Trundle jungle rather than rather than laning against the Ornn, which is an interesting choice. I would definitely do Warwick jungle and Trundle top in this scenario, but I'm not the team captain. Yeah, that did not give them a lot of time to prep after locking in their champs. I hope they all picked the right runes. I guess we'll find out in a few minutes. This bag of popcorn is really not very good. This is definitely a manufacturing defect or something. It's not supposed to be like that. With the caramel stuff mixed in there. It makes me sad. No, it's not a cheap bag of popcorn either, but oh well. Oh well. All right. Here we go. Someone in the chat, let me know how the various audio sound levels are. If there's any problems. Sounds decent to me, but you never know. And here we go.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
You sound good, Jack. Thank you, Stone. Appreciate it. I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop, for Eric to show up and be like, "You sound like shit," because that's exactly what he would say in response. All right, Mr. H, settle down. You're putting too much gas on the fire. Okay. Looks like the junglers are going to start on opposite sides of the game this time around. Oh, I totally forgot to look at the members of these teams. I'm somewhat familiar with PSS. I've seen 3 of their members play before. Team Cuz, all people new to Beer League, as far as I can tell. So I'm not familiar with any of them. I do find the there's 2 tier starts this game. There's the Vagar tier start, which is not that unusual. The Warwick tier start, on the other hand, is a bit odd, to say the least. I know Warwick top can be a bit mana hungry, but I feel like you're giving up too much early power in top lane by starting tier. I'd much rather see like Doran's Ring if you're that concerned about mana. But that's just my opinion. Ooh, nice snare on the Janna there. That's going to be a lot of damage coming out. She's going to have flash. Might begin an early gank here in the mid lane. I don't think that's gank's really possible though. So backers are really hard to gank in my experience. They tend to kind of play just really far back and safely, and you can't really get on them. He's gonna wish he actually doesn't have any of his cooldowns right now. Ched's getting collapsed on. He's taking a lot of damage, but they don't have cooldowns. They probably win this. And yeah, because Pantheon doesn't have stun or E, and he's gonna go down. Yep. Well played to see Minimas there, realizing the situation and going hard. First blood to him. Moses Sheds Raptors. Yep. And that was a bit of a mistake here by Kreese. He knew the enemy jungler was there because they just saw him. So you don't want to use all your cooldowns to farm the jungle camp when you know the enemy jungler's nearby, because they might show up on right next to you, and that'll happen. Ooh. Is Teggy gonna go down as well? Close. I think one more E might have been enough. But he lives? Panther's gonna go down and solo a dragon. I think Rogue Otter's in the game right now. Yeah. It's Sunday, he's not playing, not today. Janna Tornado almost stole that, but it does go down to Team Ka. About a 1k gold lead here for PSS, though. First item, Bramble Vest for Ornn, which is smart against a Warwick. Ooh. Oh, wait, PM needs to be a little bit careful. He's going to go down here, and he will. Meanwhile, Gank's going out here in the bot lane, so let's go ahead and back up to see that. Kana's gonna get in. Nice job, Sweeper there to not be seen right away by that ward. And Janna has no flash, and she will be smart and sacrifice herself here to make sure that Sivir escapes. It's good. That's what you're supposed to do in that situation as a support. Or, I mean, really as any champion, to be honest. If you know you're 100% dead, you move away from your teammate. So, that was good. Unfortunate that they died, but that's what you're supposed to do in that situation. And now Sivir gets to stay. And then they're invading Pantheon again. I don't know if they have the damage to kill him. They do. Well, nope, not quite. Nice stun by Veigar. Oh, okay, they do have the damage to kill him. Ched does get him, but he will go down and return to the Veigar. Oh, he might get all in by the Cassiopeia, though. Cassiopeia is a very good pick against Veigar, because every time she lands Q on him, he basically just has to run for his life, because she does way too much damage for him to deal with, and he's too fast. Or she's too fast. Oh, that should be a kill. Oh, no, nice, very nice stun deal by Teggy. That saved his life 100%. Alright. Wait, which one is... Okay. I can't tell which one is Dr. Came off or which one is directed. Okay. I guess that one's on. Alright. Oh wait, PM going a little low again. He has to be careful. Like, he's got lots of healing, but Warwick is very squishy outside of the healing, so you can get bursted for sure if you're not careful. I'm a little surprised he didn't go for the barrier top lane with Warwick. I know it's a play a lot of Warwick tops do to kind of give them that little bit of extra edge in low health situations, which I think is smart. I know he wants to be a good team player and take TP, but if you're gonna play a cheesy pick, I think you should probably commit to the pick. You know, if you're gonna play Darius top, go Flash Ghost. You know, just find ways to make up for not having the TP. But anyways, Kai is gonna move in on Grubs here, but Cassiopeia is spying on them from the bush. She's gonna move in, and they have the numbers advantage here for a short time, and they're gonna get in there. Nice stun on Pantheon, and he's gonna get blasted, and Ornn has to flash over the wall. Red team does actually, or Cut does actually manage to get 2 of those grubs despite getting engaged on and dying, so not too bad. Wasn't paying attention. You got the Fetal Warfare? Cut did, okay. Really rough start for Pantheon so far, but other than that, the team's doing just fine. Ooh. Spell Shield lasted just long enough, and now the Gank's gonna come in and wasted the Spell Shield so Pantheon can do the stun, but unfortunately, Kai'Sa ended up taking the tower and goes down here. PM's going for it. Does pop the bone plating. Okay. Okay, now maybe getting a little too aggressive trying to clear this ward. She's gonna take a bunch of damage. Chet is up here in the area though. They're gonna look for a dive on this Ornn. No, in fact, if anything, ooh, very nice. Wow, it didn't. Okay, hold on. Did the ulti just end in time? Is that how that works? How long is the suppression? It's 1.5 seconds. Okay, so it just happens to end just in time for Ornn to do the second part of his R and brittle him and kill him. Okay, so he just Warwick R just a little bit too early. Otherwise, he would have avoided the Ornn R and been fine. Although Ornn might be too tanky to kill even without that, because he's got the full Thornmail already. He's got, 100 and 150 armor. Cuz gonna go ahead and move in on the dragon down here in bot lane. Ornn was smashing his R key. That's true, he was. But he shouldn't have been able to press it. He shouldn't have been able to get off in time, but Warwick went a little too trigger happy with his own ulti, and ended up wearing off too soon. But I know that Warwick has been a little too slow using his R before, so he's probably worried about that again, but it's possible to be too fast as well. Gotta get it just right. The Goldilocks ult. And feats of strength already over for hold on. Over for Team Cut. I'm not sure how. They got the feats of warfare, which makes sense. And then they shouldn't have the jungle Slayer Monster Slayer one yet unless they changed it. Because normally you have to get all 3 grubs to get that, but they only got 2. Did they change it in the patch notes? So you only have to get 2 of them to get the Monster Slayer credit? That must be it, right? Because obviously there's been no first tower. Someone want to look that up in the patch notes for me? See if that's a thing? They change how Monster Slayer works for grubs? But regardless, yeah, feats of strength over to Kuh. another solo kill in the top lane. And Warwick's just too far behind to fight this matchup. I mean, no champion can fight Warren when he's ahead, to be honest. He's just... His base damage and tankiness is just way too high. Like, he doesn't even need the ult to kill Warwick at this point. So, yeah, that's tough. That is tough. Some interesting Bracket Slayer first on Warwick. Okay. I think they usually go Bork first, although I'm not sure that would make that much of a difference. I think it's just too far behind for his item choice to matter. I don't know what a good first item choice would be, I guess, Ornn, to be honest. I mean, maybe Black Cleaver, but I don't know. Anyway, they are going for a Gankaroonie on Ornn here. Nice pillar to block the Ornn charge, so he's not gonna he's gonna get completely caught and he's gonna go down. Very nice gank there by Ched, recognizing to pillar his dash there. About a 1k gold lead here for PSS, but other than that, the game's quite close. I think you'd probably say that CUH is ahead just because they have feats and objectives, so that's worth more than the 1,000 gold, I'd say. Here comes the gank on Warwick. He doesn't have ulti. He should go down here, especially with the weight here, just to secure the kill. Go ahead and move on the Rift Herald here. Most important objective of the game, so I've been told. I don't like them leaving him here by himself, so that's going to take way too long for him to do all alone. Plus, they're already done with the dive bot lane, so you already kind of conceded that. Good job, though, by PSS to realize the situation and get that dive off quickly. Triforce first item on Trundle. Interesting. I know they usually go Ravenous Hydra, but that's usually in the top lane. You can form a heal after every auto attack on a wave. In the jungle, Triforce probably makes more sense. So, I agree with that. Bit of a fight breaking out here in the bot side river. Panthanol comes in, but fight's already been disengaged, so they're just going to walk away. Ooh. He's going to be able to land a jump on the Jenna over the wall thanks to this ward here. Not going to be able to get the kill, though. CUH's going to move in and start this dragon. I don't think this is a good idea. They're all right here ready to contest. You don't want to be tanking this dragon getting started. Yep, they're going to go in on Trundle here. Although Cassiopeia is kind of going nuts here on the side, so maybe this was the right call. You bait them into fighting you. And that is indeed what's going to happen. And they're going to get 3 kills and then the dragon as well. So, okay. My apologies. Good call by PSS there, realizing they were a lot stronger in the situation. I guess it does make sense. The one strong person on CUH is Ornn, and he's in top lane. So... And he does get another kill on Warwick there, but if anything, maybe he fought him there to make sure he wouldn't TP to help his team. He doesn't have TP anyway, so ultimately it was a noble, unnecessary gesture, but I respect the thought, if that's indeed what happened. And yeah, this Cassiopeia is really big, just on her own. So that's going to be really tough for... that's going to be really tough for Ka to deal with, because they're not a very high-range team comp. And if you have to walk into Cassiopeia's threat range to fight when she's this big, you're going to have a bad time. What's with the ultimate bravery Warwick top build? Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that one. That is interesting for sure. I guess he originally wanted to go Bork, but then he saw Thormail first. He's like, well, I better not go Bork. But I feel like Kraken's probably even worse in that situation, so I don't know. About a 2k gold lead for PSS now, plus that dragon they just got. Stone, where's Eric, bro? I'm so used to him here flaming me every time I cast, he's just not here. I try to catch out Sever here, but she has to pop ulti. She should be able to escape. Ooh, but now Warwick is here to try and re-engage from the side. And that's going to go ahead and catch out Wei, and now the fight's going to begin in earnest. So they have a numbers advantage and a strength advantage, so they're just going to have to try to flee. And Ornn will escape, but Pantheon will go down. He's teaching kids how to play soccer. Oh, God. Eric as a teacher is a funny mental image, given how he is when we're hanging out with him. I assume he has a very different personality when he's teaching children. Ooh, and Ornn tries to defend, but you can't defend 1v5, not even as an Ornn. He has great stories. Okay. I was going to say, you could maybe brag about being good at League of Legends to the kids, but do kids even care about League anymore? I feel like League is kind of like an old man's game at this point. Does anyone below the age of, 18 give a shit about League of Legends anymore? Now, speaking of youngins and whether or not they care about League, does Beer League have a rule you have to be an adult to be in Beer League? I assume we do, but I've never seen it. Hold on just a second. They used to have a league for the kids. I don't know about all that. Well, I mean, like League of Legends. Yeah. Ched winning every time I see him on stream. Ched's a beast. How Ched continually gets rated so low, I have no idea. That dude's killing it every time I see him. You know what it is? It's all these guys who don't play ranked in Beer League. They get to be perpetually underrated because they don't play ranked. So it's hard to realize how good they are at the game. Oh wait, PM going for a fight for some reason, and now he's going to get ganked by Pantheon. He's going to die, but he is able to get the angle to ult out. Unfortunately, Hui is also there, so they should still be able to catch him. Nice flash. He's actually going to end up living. Here comes PSS. They're upset about losing Otacon. They're going to look for a fight. Can they get the engage off? We'll go look at that in just a second. But fight's breaking out, but yeah, they can't quite get the engage, so CUH should be able to escape with their bounty. Minus the kill in the bot lane. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, so Sivir's just pushed the side lane, and she spell shields right into the wall. And I think Viger did not expect that, because he ended up just running her down afterwards. Unfortunately, the rewinding does not play nice with the towers, which is frustrating. I wish they would fix that already. But I suppose I could just stop rewinding, but we all know that's not going to happen. If other pro sports can rewind to show instant replays, I'm going to rewind in the casts. That's the deal. Death Cap coming in for Vigar here. It's a nice power spike for him. Wondering if he is actually going to turn this tier into anything. Who's Kraken has done more damage, Warwick or Kai'Sa? Let's find out. I wouldn't be shocked with Warwick just because he's been fighting a lot more. But, yeah, there you go. 929 for Warwick and 395 for Kai'Sa. I feel like top laners get to inflate their damage numbers a lot because they get to fight other top laners all the time. Like everyone who lanes against a Mundo gets that dude like the most damage in the game because they're constantly hitting a Mundo, even if it doesn't make any meaningful difference. And meanwhile, PSS taking advantage of Warwick pushing down bot lane and them collapsing to say, hey, we'll just go ahead and take this Baron, thank you very much. And you'll take that any day of the week, sacrifice your feeding, or I don't want to say feeding, even though it's accurate. Sacrifice your struggling top lane to get a free Baron, worth it 100% of the time. And Ornn kind of gets caught out there, but Kyle's going to go ahead and push down mid in response. They're going to run out of time here pretty soon, though, because those enhanced recalls. I don't think they're going to be able to get more than that. Cassiopea's going to be able to go ahead and get this tower on the side lane. They're trying to flank her a bit. Ooh. Nice CC combo there, but I don't know if they actually have the damage to kill her. Well, they do if Kai'Sa shows up. And there you go. That was a goal shut down over for the Kai'Sa. That'll help. We're starting to get those Ornn upgrades in. And Pantheon... Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, I don't know if I'm just still a little sleepy or what just happened here. So he... Oh, he must have flashed, but I must have seen a different cooldown. I saw Warwick's flash cooldown. Okay. Obviously, it was the Pantheon flashing, but in the end, he ends up going down anyway. You definitely want to save your flash in situations like that, especially on a champion like Pantheon. Pantheon has really high value for flash because flash stunning people. So you definitely want to hold on to that. You don't want to make sure you don't waste it on stuff that doesn't matter. Very tough position here for Ka, though. you know, 8K gold lead here for PSS. They're definitely starting to pull away with their scaling comp. They're about to get third Infernal's Dragon here as well. Game really wants to follow Warwick for some reason. Yeah, at this point, I think this is just PSS's game to lose. They'd have to throw pretty hard to not win this game. So, not saying it's impossible, but they definitely have the better scaling comp, and they have a lot of insurance to make up for mistakes, like Janel and Siverald and stuff like that. So. I do find it kind of interesting that Cassiopeia is going for Leandri's at this point. I feel like Leandri's 4th item is a really strange choice. Obviously, Leandri's is better early on because the magic damage doesn't scale with anything. Or like the burn damage, I mean. And I feel like if you already have this much AP, you might as well just go like Death Cap, you know? I mean, unless you really need the burn, and I just don't think they do, so... I don't think Leandri's is a bad item on Cassiopeia at all, but I would think you'd want to get it earlier if you were going to get it. But that's just my musings on AP items. I could be totally off base. And meanwhile, Vyre walks into a dark alley. Ched's actually pretty deep in the jungle here. He needs to be a little bit careful. Oh no! Priest accidentally stuns the wolf instead of Ched, instead of Turtle. He's getting collapsed on. He's going to go down here. It's tough. That is tough. That's going to cost more a lot of his health. Cassiopeia is very deep on the bot lane, but she has ulti. Fortunately, she's not quite that tanky. Can't afford to tank the 800 HP, 800 AP Vygar for long. And they're going down. Now the rest of the fight's breaking out, and that's another 1,000 gold shutdown over to the Kaisa. Which, I mean, if you're trying to lose, that's a good way to do it. Just keep feeding huge shutdowns to their AD carry. I mean, they're still way behind, but gotta get started somehow. I mean, maybe they need to get this Baron off of that 100%. This is the best chance they're gonna get to get a Baron anytime soon, and they just got 3 kills for nothing. They need to get this, and they are indeed going for it. Enemy jungler is there though, so they have to pop him if he tries to go in too far. That is indeed what they're gonna do. Good job saving your AD carry. They need her to help DPS the Baron. And Warwick's going to try to get in and cause mischief here, but if you're Ornn, you just make sure that you don't let him get onto your backline, which is what he does. There you go. The comeback has begun. Caught that gold lead by more than half in the last minute. And they're in position to get 3rd dragon here as well, potentially. TPing in a little bit preemptively, just in case. Probably a good call. Better safe than sorry in this situation. But now Warwick is TPing top lane? Okay, this is an interesting choice. I guess they're just kind of conceding this dragon then and hoping that Warwick can cause enough chaos in the base, but doing this against them. Okay, Vigar's TP. Okay. I mean, you guys have enhanced recall. I don't think you needed to do that. But now the 4v4 fight's going to begin, and Warwick's working his way down. Not a great Ornult, unfortunately, only lasts on one person, and now the Cassiopeia is just kind of DPSing freely. That is not what you want. But now Warwick is here, and because Vigar went top for really early for some reason, and now PSS gets the numbers advantage in this fight. And Ka does get the dragon, but yeah, just there's no universe in which Vigar should have TP'd top in that situation. Like, even if you lose top tower and top inhib, you need to be there for that play. You can't just be away. Well, the late game Vigar's coming online. It's got the 1000 AP. I would like to see Magic Pen rather than more AP. I know he's going for a Shadow Flip. Okay, hold on. Guys, you need to be a little bit more respectful of the late game Vigar. You can't just walk up and get blasted like that. Come on. Like you walking right into the stun. Gotta be a little smarter than that. But yeah, I really like to see like one of the Magic Pen items here on Vigar. You'll get much more damage out of that than getting like 100 more AP or whatever. But yeah, he does go for the Shadow Flame. I don't think Shadow Flame is bad, but you want to make sure that you don't start getting shut down by these tanks building MR. So you want to go Void Staff in the situation, which he is working on now, to his credit. Warwick finally has his Thimblewinter, so at least finally start to be somewhat tanky in these fights. And same logic here for the Cassiopeia as well, to be honest. Can't afford to be DPS in his horn forever. Vigar kind of gets caught off there, not quite able to get the ulti off. And now their horn's going to go down as well. He's very tanky, but against 4 people by himself, he will indeed go down. I never knew that Sivir triggered her passive by blocking some of the spell shield. I'll go back and look at that in a second. But fight's breaking out here real quick. Ched and PM are kind of going with a bit of a flank here, which I think is a good play when you have an advantage. If you can kill a couple of these guys here, the game's over. They're gonna go for it. They're doing a good job retreating, to be fair, but do they get her? They do indeed. Okay, will that be enough to end? Once Pantheon goes down there, it should absolutely be enough to end here. So let's see. Quay's going to try his best to defend, but I think it's just too little too late. And yeah, I mean, Vigar's doing his best to get a triple kill, but he just doesn't, not enough time. And that will indeed be game 1 over to Team PSS. Well played to them. Very rough start for Warwick, but he managed to hang in there and find ways to contribute. So good job to him. And ahead and Eric's messaged me on Discord. Why, Eric? He's watching the stream enough to message me on on that apparently. Where's the thing I want to click on? Here we go. Looks like the teams are going to keep the sides here for game 2. All right, Eric, what do you want? Why are you messaging me? You can't watch with sound and also don't know my Twitch info. I know you are heartbroken. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Eric. I'm glad you're here to help. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here to, always there. Thank you, Eric. Also, you can't watch with sound, so you can't actually hear me, but but I digress. All right, and here we go. Oh, let me give PSS their win here. Okay. Yo, Slamurai, get me in there. Do you want to co-cast? I'm down with that. What's up, dude?
Hey.
Welcome to the stream, sir. I guess welcome to the cast, I guess. You've been there for the stream the whole time.
Yep. Can't believe Stone G is doing absolutely nothing.
Right? Classic ADC players not wanting to contribute.
Mm-hmm. Always running away from responsibilities.
Too busy farming the side wave.
Exactly. There's red dots on the map.
He's like, whatever, guys. It's a cannon minion. Ugh. And PSS gonna run. They like their comp a lot in game 1. They're running it right back, going straight with the Sivir again. Very different comp from Ka, though. I like pick up the Jinx. I think Jinx is good in any early game, but especially in probably these lower level games, I think Jinx goes up in value quite a bit.
Can you stream into Discord for me?
Yeah. If I can figure out how to do that. Here we go.
Awesome.
Stone says he's doing dishes. I guess that is something responsible.
Yeah, he's lying. He's been doing dishes for the last hour.
It's a lot of dishes, bro. That's what happens when you put them off for 3 weeks.
Right?
And then the Evelyn pick for PSS. That's spicy. I don't know if I've seen an Evelyn Premier League before.
I think I agree. Yeah, I don't think I've seen one in the last however long I've seen it, but yeah.
Looking forward to seeing that.
I mean, if Evelyn gets a few kills early, gets some items under her belt, like there's already 3 champs she can like immediately just destroy. But that is Ched's Evelyn, so I don't know if we should give it that much stock yet.
Are you doubting our Lord and Savior, Master Ched? Are you doubting?
I'm just surprised that Bard's up and he's not going Bard.
I mean, he is the jungle. His Bard's pretty good, but I don't know if I want to try jungling with it.
I mean, he just played on a team that was pulling out like Vayne and Tristana jungle, so.
Well, that's just because you guys were so much better than everyone else you could troll around with your pigs.
Hey, I never trolled. I just played Ornn.
That's true.
Every game.
And yeah, I do agree. He is a little loud, so let me go ahead and turn him down a bit.
Well,
that's okay. I got it.
The better caster is louder.
Use 15 times your volume. No, I got him. Hopefully that'll be low enough. Usually everyone on your Team CR, I have to turn up to hear them. You're the one person with a functioning mic, apparently.
Mm-hmm. I like cause comp, like it's just pretty standard. Veigar is just a little bit too simple. So I think that could have some outplay room. We'll see if PSS picks up anything to kind of punish that.
The Veigar was kind of popping off as that game was going on. It's just I think their team was too far behind.
Yeah. Team diff.
Tough. Many such cases. And the Shen pick. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. What would you pick into Shen top?
Um, that's actually a good question. I think there's two. I think there's two. There's two ways to think about it when countering a Shen. You can either A, pick something that's a really good like split pusher, and just punish him like crazy whenever he leaves. So you could pick like Trundle or something, or
Mhm.
you could pick like a scaling top laner and just get like a free lane, or you could pick like Kale or Mundo
Yeah,
or something.
I think if it were, I mean, I like the Yorick. That's definitely like option A for that you
Yeah,
were saying. It was
yeah,
just like, okay, you
yep,
leave Shen, and I am just going to take your turret. Thank you.
yep.
But I mean, you really do have to just put a lot of pressure, and I don't know. They have a lot of things to shut a Yorick down, in the side lane. So if the Yorick player, sorry, I haven't really been keeping track of the names, but the Yorick player top Burka can um, play around the waves and his team correctly, then I think that's going to be like the important macro from him.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be careful in the side lane for sure. Between Neferi and Evelyn and now Nautilus, there's a lot of potential to just collapse on him and kill him. So he needs to be aware of what's going on and not just hang out for too long. For sure.
How do you like the Neferi into Veigar?
I think that's extremely good in my opinion. If you time your untargetability correctly, you should be able to just walk right through the stun wall. And that's obviously really bad for Veigar.
Yeah, so getting stunned is pretty bad.
Yep. I will say the Thresh ended up being kind of a good pick against Neferi because you can knock her back when she's doing like her dash in if you time the flay correctly, so that would help a lot. We had to be pretty on the ball to make that happen.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough skill shot to hit in the moment,
It's a pretty fast gap closer. To be fair, you have to wait until she's kind of zooming in.
And then Thresh can just like Neferi. If Neferi is smart, it's just like, okay, that's the biggest thing that can outplay me. So as soon as Thresh flays out Shen, okay, then I can jump on Jinx, I can jump on Veigar or whoever and blow him up.
And I will say this comes across a bit as flame. It's not intended to be flame. But one thing that I think lower level players do a lot, and we are in the lower level league here, so this is relevant, is because they kind of tend to like not think about what could happen like 2 seconds later, so they'll just kind of like they'll be a little too eager blowing their big cooldowns, and then some other thing that they should have been thinking about will appear and kind of just kill everyone. They get a little too excited on what's directly in front of them.
No, you can't think about that kind of stuff in the moment. You just got to play off of instinct,
No, I disagree wholeheartedly. I mean, like
your instincts just already have to be 2 seconds ahead.
Well, like for example, they've got Evelyn and Neferi, right? So you've got 2 assassins. So if you blow all of your CC trying to like CC a Shen or a Nautilus, and then one of those assassins flanks your backline, you're just cooked, right? You have to save something so that when they try to go for the play, you can't just go all in on the first guy that enters in your ability range. So, and one thing that the really good players do is they just don't use their abilities a lot. Like often the threat of having the ability is more potent than actually using the ability, right? Like, is anything more terrifying than a Blitzcrank who just doesn't throw his hook out? He's just hanging around in hook range forever and never throwing it. It's like an anxiety nightmare. Yeah, exactly.
And when he finally throws it, it's wide. It's just like, come on, bro.
Exactly, right? You don't want to give away that you don't know what the hell you're doing. you just position menacingly and hope they don't challenge you.
Yeah. I think Blizz needs a huge rework though.
But oh really? Why do you think Blitz needs a huge rework?
I think he only has 3 abilities. Like his W is completely buns.
How hard are you willing to nerf his Q to make that happen? That's the question.
What it is such a like. it's a slow skill shot. Like it's not even coming out fast.
And yet,
You just don't stand next to the wall.
You think of any other hook champion would rather keep their Q instead of Blitz Q? Realistically.
Well, there's already Thresh. That's a hook champion. There's Nautilus. That's
what
champion.
I mean. Like Thresh, Nautilus, and Pyke would all trade their Qs for Blitzcrank Q. That's what I mean. Like it's just better.
What?
Like
No.
even despite the flaws, it's just better.
I think Blitzcrank Q is okay.
To be fair, I think it's easier to be bad on than those other hooks. I will give you that.
Yeah.
I have been told there is food upstairs, so I'm gonna go grab some real quick. Feel free to cast this first minute or so of the game here. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah. So there's two teams on the Rift. There's a blue team and a red team. We got PSS and CUH coming in. They are in this forest, this mystical forest of legends. That's what we're gonna call that. And they're just all taking strolls. Oh no, this dog is coming in. He is looking to look for a bearded Santa Claus. And the bearded Santa Claus shoots him with the laser. And bearded Santa Claus keeps shooting him with the laser. Oh, and this dog also has more dogs. And there's the hook champion hooking the other hook champion. The hook champion hooks backwards. So this is a stellar gameplay in the first minute and 5 seconds of this League of Legends video game. Hope you guys are enjoying the action. These two in the top have done absolutely nothing. And Glass Crab has warded the bush that he is currently sitting in as a ward. We're going to get the 5-man fist bump. Oh, just 4. I saw 4. 4 fist. Team 4 fist is coming in. Got some players chilling in the lane. The dog is dogging it out over here on Teggy.
Okay. No first blood.
Right,
That's a
you.
Good sign. Was the camera on the bottom of the screen the whole time?
No, it directed.
Okay.
It was working. We didn't even have to rewind.
Nice. To be fair, I don't think I've ever rewound in the first 90 seconds of the game, but
I don't believe that. I do like the Shen counter into the Yorick, just because like the W blocks all of the ghouls coming in. So that is nice.
True.
But it's a long cooldown, so it's like you want to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You also have the shield, so there's like a lot of things to kind of like mess with the Yorick.
Mm-hmm.
But
I do
oh, he just spawned all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, they're all gone. Goodbye.
No, fair enough. I do wonder if Shen should have taken Ignite this matchup. I think you kind of York heals a lot when you might need it to be able to throw kill pressure, but maybe you just sack the kill pressure and just take the TP anyway.
Nah, York or it's tough because, like we said, York has is gonna be doing the split pushing. So if you want the kill pressure, sure. But if you just want to like farm, stay even, get to the sideways, not just throw your lane, and then you know, ult your teammates, I think you don't want the ignite. You're gonna need the TP to get back, you know.
Yep.
Wait, we have a gank coming up here. Here comes Jarvan. He gets the knock up, the throw down into 8 PM. He's blocking a lot of the damage here. He's gonna walk away, and he gets out, gives him a thumbs up for the efforts. Does not blow his flash, so good play from 8 PM.
And that does confirm my suspicions.
The dive is coming through.
And that confirms my suspicions. He can indeed go untargetable right over the wall. So that's really bad for Vygar, that he could just do that. So, tough for Teggy there.
So gank top for red team, but blue team gets a kill mid. Oh, another gank top. APM still has his flash, so he's probably gonna dash out of here. He still has it. It's gonna give him the thumbs up, block some of the damage. He is feeling pretty good about that. Wasting a lot of Jarvan's time.
I feel like they're kind of barking up the wrong tree on that one. Unless the goal is to get Yorick a reset, but it is clearly not because he's sticking around.
Yeah, if I were the jungler in this game, I would be focusing more on bot wave.
Yep.
Like Yorick into Shen, Shen's not gonna kill you. Like it's gonna be fine.
Plus, I think you want to get enough ahead on the other side of the map that you could still win a fight, even if Shen.
Yorick's, yeah, not even, or even Yorick's not even there. Oh wait, the hook underneath the turret. The exhaust comes out. He's gonna keep pushing forward. Singy is going to get hooked forward now.
Ooh, that's gonna be.
And yes, takes it for his Jinx, and Jinx gonna get a kill. He gets excited. He needs to keep shooting. Gets dove on Simino Mas. He's gonna go underneath the turret. Goes untargetable to get away, but now he's stuck here with Tegi. Tegi does not land the wall. A hook back in from Nautilus, and J4 getting out with 5 HP, and it's just a 1-for-1 trade there.
Still very worth it though if you're PSS because you get the feats of warfare from that.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I think that might have been 2-for-1.
Yeah. Plus, you getting kills on that Neferi is a big deal. Know from experience, and the head Neferi is incredibly difficult to deal with.
I know. Getting 2 kills early, getting the push is gonna be okay, but it's gonna be. This red squad needs to get to late game, and I don't. There's a lot of pressure that they're gonna have to deal with early on.
Yep.
We got Drake up. We got some grubs spawning here in a couple minutes. And Evelyn has gotten a kill and gotten boots. Wow, she just wants to move fast.
I guess so.
Her dancing boots.
I guess Magic Pen early on the Eve's not a bad idea. Her base damage is pretty high. But...
Wow, look at those hooks. That was synchronized. They just wanted to get really close to each other. The ult in from Simino Mas. Tegi has no mana and barely survived. Oh, it's a bit premature there. Gets the pressure, but I don't know. He's got a shove, and he's got really nowhere to go except for top, maybe. Yeah. Oh wait, he's just gonna hit this? No, he should just rotate somewhere.
Yeah, he probably should rotate bot here, yeah, because the wave's pushing towards his bot lane too, so. And that is indeed where he's gonna go now.
Now it's late. Yeah, now it's just gonna be late.
Well, the fight's breaking out on its own.
Oh. That was actually a good lantern for the Thresh. Oh, huge hook, actually.
Yeah, very nice Thresh hook.
Sivir is getting caught out, but the dog is coming in from behind, so this is going to be the best. You have to keep going forward. You got to fight your way out of it. Keep looking for the Sivir. He keeps shooting, but Thresh leaves him. And is Thresh going to be able to get out? No, he's going to go into the awaiting arms of the Succubus. Oh, no, Succubus isn't even looking for him.
Even if he doesn't get away, he's going to waste a lot of their time.
Oh, everyone's searching. Veigar just shoved it in the mid-wave and it's just like chilling. Oh no, bro's dead. He's having a good time though. Playing the League of Legends. Oh, and the...
Yeah. Probably should have just died to the Nautilus under tower. Don't give the kill to Evelyn.
Yeah. I think he could have suicided.
Oh, he definitely could have. He could have executed the tower 100%.
But it did waste a lot of time. So the push comes in from Jinx. Veigar got a push, so it's staying a little bit even.
And York's moving over here trying to solo grubs. This is actually not
That's
as
gonna
fast
work
as I
out,
thought.
yeah.
This is not as fast as I thought it would be.
Because he doesn't have a jungle camp.
Yeah, if he had jungle item, this would probably be way faster.
Yeah, but he's got the Maiden. Maiden's doing some work right now. He got one. Actually, this is 1v2. This isn't going to look so good for Simino Mas. Stand on the wall, get him.
Does do a good job going over the wall, though, and now there's the Shen ulti coming into
Shen
play.
as well.
Yeah.
And now this is looking so good.
There you go.
Shen with the double kill.
Yep. And he did it at a time where it was his top opposing top laner doing something so he doesn't even lose anything by leaving lane.
I think he ulted out of base.
Did he?
I think he was in base. Please don't rewind. We don't need to check.
No, I'm good. I believe you.
Yeah, I don't think he was in top wave. And now they're gonna get the last two to get the minion spawn. They already have a 3,000 gold lead.
Yeah.
Very nice here for PSS.
And no one did answer my question during last game. Is that if you get 2 grubs, does it count now for Monster Slayer?
Yes, you only need 2.
Okay, they just changed that this patch then.
They changed it when they went from 2 grub spawn to just 1.
Are you sure? I could have sworn you still needed 3 when it was just 1, but maybe I'm wrong about that. I've been passing like that's the truth this whole time. Ooh.
No. Ooh, that is so close. Oh no.
Yep. Well played by Viger.
It's because he has Rod of Ages and and Tier.
Yep. Tough.
Well, I think he can't do both. I think he needs to go a little bit more early damage. You got Jinx, you got Vagar.
You don't need Tier and HR and Catalyst at the same time.
That's just like a normal way people play, and it's too late game. It's just like too boring.
Also, a very valid criticism. Too boring indeed.
It's like I played to not interact and hope that my opponent also does not want to interact, except Nefarious 3-0 and 2. So
she wants to
he's
interact.
interacting a lot.
Yeah, a lot of interaction. If you wanted the anti-social dog, you should have gone against Nasus instead.
Oh right, yeah. 2. Let's see who stacks the most.
Although I think that's the wrong way to play Nasus, to be honest. I think Nasus starts winning most lanes the moment you get Sheen, and if you keep playing passive anyway, you're doing a disservice to the busted-ass champion. But that will... I'm not going to get into my Nasus rant right now. Let's just say I fucking hate that champion a lot.
Oh, you don't know how to play him? It's just auto-Q auto.
No, I know how to play.
We got to fight in the bot lane, and PSS is coming in. The dive and the hook is incredible on See Me No Mas. And Jinx, he's got to keep dodging out from all the damage. He's playing it on the edge. He's got no mana. He's got no HP. But they are protecting the president. This Thresh is doing everything he can. The hook forward from the Nautilus, and they're being
unfortunately running out of room.
And Ched falls. That's a shutdown going over to J4. That's going to be a really important hook there and cage, and that's going to be 2 going over to Ka, and they have to keep pushing forward. Good TP in time from the Vagar.
And the whole reason that play lasted as long as it did was because Thresh did the thing I was talking about where he flayed the Fury out of the ultimate, because the Fury was on Sivir and he got interrupted. That was the only reason that she survived as long as she did. In the end, still good for PSS. I think they were far enough away to kind of far enough ahead to force that play anyway. But yeah, I mean, they closed the gold gap a bit. It's only 2K now.
Yeah, it was well played from both teams. I like the idea, but really well played from the Jinx and Thresh there to save a lot of it. And then the TP from Vagar was very important to get those 2 extra kills on the back end. Without the TP, I think they get it clean.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen the TP a little bit sooner, but maybe he just didn't have it. But I think if he had gotten that to that fight like 3 or 4 seconds sooner, I think that would have been completely different.
Yeah, maybe we could rewind and see.
Don't taunt me, I'll do it.
Don't do it.
I will 100% do it. Don't tempt me.
I know. I like the swap, putting Vagar in the side lane here.
Yeah. Oh, Thresh is probably going to go down here.
But that is going to be a dead Thresh. The dogs are coming for you. The hot dog is getting hooked underneath it.
He's playing well.
He's got a lot of HP, and the Nautilus is actually able to get the Jinx as well. The Nautilus hooked the Jinx, so the Jinx couldn't get in an extra auto attack. If Nautilus doesn't hook the Jinx, then definitely Sumi no Mas dies there.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. I like the Shen going Titanic Hydra first, because it's gonna match the
Yeah,
the
definitely.
push from the York. It's gonna be a
can't-
lot easier.
I know a lot of them like to go like Sunfire, but I think I like Titanic better if
Mm.
you can afford it because it's like more aggressive wave clear. You don't have to like just stand in the wave for a while. You could kind of just blast it and move on. So I do like it. And so far that TP has been the right choice. He's been able to get plays off and then TP right back, no problem. So he hasn't needed it to handle the matchup, which is kind of a bit of a failure on York's part, if I'm honest. But you know, what can you do?
Yeah, I think these teams are going to be looking to get to this Rift Herald. We got Jinx, Thresh getting some of the vision, but watch Evelyn. Evelyn is sneaking up on this Jinx. Oh, here it goes. He's so dead. Goodbye, Jinx.
Yeah.
Oh, deleted.
Tough.
And
Yeah, I don't know
Evelyn
why
holds
he's
him to
standing
the
that
ulti,
far
too.
forward. I don't know why he's standing that far forward to interfere with no one around to help. That was questionable.
Well, he had the Thresh Lantern. I think but he just got stunned up from the charm.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see.
And he just couldn't get there in time. It was too far away.
Yeah.
So maybe he was thinking, okay, I got Thresh Lantern. My friends are nearby, but also wasn't counting on an Evelyn behind you the entire time too.
Yeah. No, that is the upside of Evelyn. Can't see her. Get paranoid about her being around every time this play starts going down. Yeah, back up to it.
Always got to know. Yeah, always got to think that Evelyn's behind you. Yeah, they've made some weird plays to kind of throw it back for Ka. But oh, there's gonna be another dive. Yep. Oh wait, the miss. Okay, he's dead.
It was well played by Jinx, to be honest, but just not enough resources to actually make that happen. Can Kreese get on Evelyn here though? Because she just used her ulti.
Evelyn doesn't have a lot of damage right now.
I'd like to see him being more aggressive here, knowing that she doesn't have cooldowns. Maybe he's afraid of the rest of the team being around, but I don't like that she just let her walk away like that.
Yeah, you would chase the succubus. And
Also-
sounds just like how you would play.
Also, Death Stance first on anyone is interesting, but especially on Jarvan. I don't know why he did that.
Ooh, big kill up top that we don't need to see. It was just a great
no,
play
I
from the
gotta
York.
do it
we
that time.
don't need to see it.
No,
Okay, he's just staying in at 5 HP. All right,
Yeah,
we
don't
didn't need to rewind to see this.
Yeah, there you go.
Snipe.
Yeah.
That was so
Hey,
exciting.
To be fair, I could have rewinded even more to see how we got to that point, but I will spare you. I mean, another play
top
breaking out here in the
mechanics,
mid lane,
okay.
and it's just the double assassins.
He's gonna get the kill though. Like,
they
okay,
end up going
this
1 for
Jinx-
1 there. Thresh is
playing very, very well, but
Yeah.
wait, he's AFK for a moment. All right,
doing a hell of a job.
J4 is
yeah.
going in. He's playing aggressive. He's listening to the stream.
You know, Thresh is doing a great job. Doing his best to peel off these assassins. He's just kind of... They're just really strong, and he has one man? Soul stealing thing? I don't know, I'm not 100% on the war on that, but...
Ooh, this actually is not looking so hot for
he
the
actually
blue
played
squad
that-
on this dive.
Yeah,
They played it very poorly.
And Tiger played that well, and Ka able to get the Rift Herald, which I am told is the most important objective, by reliable sources.
Yeah, and look at the gold difference. It's down to like 1.5k, and
Yeah.
like the kill difference is huge. Like these kills are meaning absolutely nothing. Like
Yeah.
Neferi getting 3 kills on this Jinx in the mid lane, like
Yeah. Is that
looking
really-
at it, Jinx is 1-7-2. But I feel like this Jinx is not playing bad.
And is that really not
It's
defense
just
ranked
ADC life.
right now?
No, they didn't get first tower.
Oh, yeah, first tower was York top lane. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
They
so wow.
It's objectives now.
Almost 19 minutes, still no feats of strength. All right. So I guess it comes down to whoever gets...
Nobody is gonna get their Nikes right now.
Let's see. I guess if PSS gets the
Okay.
next dragon, they'll get it.
Jinx at half health, probably gonna die pretty soon.
Yeah.
The Evelyn is sneaking up on you,
Yeah.
buddy.
Oh yeah, I guess they're both at 2 points of Monster Slayer. Okay, so whoever gets this next dragon will get it. And yeah,
Alright, Jinx still alive. Gets ult from the Nautilus. Is gonna deal some damage, but not enough actually. All right, the re-engage
Nice
is gonna
Jarvan
be
engage
huge.
in.
It's everyone is here. Ched is gonna have to ult away, keep chasing, keep hooking, and the Thresh is going to bring him back. And Veigar gets the kill. Now they got to take this turret TP in from Chen. Actually, he's gonna get a taunt underneath the turret, but that's gonna be okay. And now
let's come back to the side.
Glass Crab is going to stay alive at 1 HP. Ched is gonna get the kill, but it was. I'm not sure if that was worth because the Drake is up and Otacon is gonna be right behind it. The flash engage,
the flash
and Humane Bane is gonna get stunned
stunned.
up at the double Veigar cage. And now he, oh my god, the flash away gave him the way out, and now Simi no Mas is going to take away this fight. Oh my goodness. If he didn't flash away there, Simi no Mas dies. And
honestly, massive props to we kind of set up already, but massive props to Thresh. He's been very aware of these assassins, even though he can't see them yet. And when the moment they show their face, he's been very quick to respond and keep his team alive. So very well played by him. Honestly, he's the biggest reason. That
and the Veigar cleans up.
And yeah, he was able to catch out the Neferi. That's good. They should get this dragon here. Oh, hold on.
It's gonna be close. Okay, yep. Ched couldn't get in on time. There's still the Otacon, and they're on a weird reset timer.
Stop backing, bro. There's fighting. There we go.
No, he needs to recall. No, he needs to recall. This Otacon is up.
Oh, that's what I'm
saying. They need to
like,
reset.
Like your team's getting, like if they're gonna get caught out here, by all means, kill them.
Okay, Ched might be dead.
Ooh.
Okay, that's a good ult. Straight into
the Yorick.
Arms. And now here's Jinx. Jinx 1v1 against the Nautilus. This is not gonna look so good for the Nautilus. Tegi is going to come working up. Here comes the Zap Cannon and now the cage. And now Nautilus is gonna hook. And he gets hooked to his death. And Otacon is now here and available.
Ho wants game 3. Really turned things around in the last few minutes. Great job to them.
Yeah. They're about to get a gold lead here too with this objective. Wait, they just lost a turret top, so it's gonna be a little bit closer. Well, it's gonna be a little bit closer to a gold lead. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Veigar does have his death cap now, so he's a big boy. He's almost up to 600 AP.
Oh, I'm really glad he did not finish the Saris first. That's huge.
No, he did this last game too. He left it on tier until he got death cap, which is the right call.
Yeah, that gives a bit of an earlier spike.
Yep.
Oh, should just queue all those dogs.
Yeah, right. Probably one-shots them, right?
Probably. Who knows?
I would assume he does. I know Riot does weird things with minion HP because they want them to like be more consistent killing them, but except for Malzahar, his are worthless. They die to one hit to anything. But, yeah, okay. It's interesting. Spear of Shojin, second item on Yorick, plus the Symbiotic Soul, which I definitely don't agree with. It's an interesting choice. I get you want to recall and rotate faster or whatever, but I think you'd really rather want something else, like Merc Treads or something.
Yeah, I was thinking Merc Treads.
Yeah. Novori Shen! Got some wild builds in the game today.
Yeah, I wonder where they're looking these up.
And I was questioning.
I don't think this is even in the recommended menu. Like, you had 3 choices, and these are not one of them.
York's gonna get caught out here.
Okay, but the team is slowly coming. He is going to be. They're not killing Maiden. Guys, kill the Maiden.
No,
guys, the Maiden.
They're getting
Wait,
spooked.
what are they doing? What is happening?
And he completes his
okay,
back.
and something is happening. Everyone, what? The Maiden is there hitting you. You know Yorick is right there.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That was a wild.
Okay, rewind it and watch it from blue perspective.
Okay, oh, you want to see? No, I'm not gonna do that. But that was a wild. Usually we see wild plays in Beer League. That was a wild non-play. Like by all accounts, something should have happened here, and it just didn't. Ooh,
oh,
and Jarvan going deep on the side, but
you told him to play more aggressive, and he is looking to.
That's true. I did tell him to do that. Ooh, very nice.
Okay,
Q
there.
out,
Oh,
get
that's
out.
gonna catch two.
Wait,
And now Nautilus hooks into the wall that he can't hook out of. And Jinx is just free firing on 3 of them. These hooks and these dives, and Ched is going to be able
he
to get
flashes
away.
out of his own ulti.
Grease is gonna have to flash.
Just
He
press
already-
R, lower the wall, bro. Tear down that wall.
The minions are gonna start hitting him. Now Ched is looking for a snipe.
Yep.
The Jinx has to be worried that's gonna be a kill, and Asuna gets excited. He's gonna be sniping everyone. Ched is gonna be following. That's gonna be an assist, and the double kill for the Jinx, and Jinx is coming online. This is exactly what you need from your ADC, and the Pengu dabbed as they get an ace.
Wow.
Seaman Omas died to the Veigar in the side wave while this was happening before.
Oh man. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh,
That was a wild
Cut
play.
is getting ready to take this one home.
And you know, despite how hard they worked to shut as a team try to shut down this Jinx, she's still useful. So they devoted so many resources to try to just keep her down, and it just does not. It hasn't worked.
Yeah, I mean the positioning, the auto attacks. He's playing perfectly on the edge.
Yep.
Somebody knows the attack range of his ADC.
Okay, he's playing
Okay,
well.
he might die here. Okay,
Yeah,
he's got
this one.
Thresh.
This
He's-
one is a little too much, bro. Come on. Like, come on.
He's
That's
got
an
a Thresh
Fury with
Lantern.
ulti. Like, I know you got Thresh right there with you.
Okay,
But...
still has a Thresh Lantern.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, that went nowhere. All right, now he's behind his front line, and the York has decided to start joining the team. He was in the mid lane fight. Now he's around the Drake fight. I think York should be pushing mid wave with Maiden,
Yeah. Oh,
and
they're gonna
then
go
coming
in
to the
on driving
fight.
it
But
now.
this is going to be blocked, and the Jinx is going to get ulted in the backside. Nautilus is going to keep trying to chase, but the peel is going to be too strong. Crease goes in, deletes the Sivir. Simeno Mas is going to dive in, gets nothing except giving away 300 gold to the enemy Jinx, and Ka is playing this very, very confidently.
Oh yeah, and the front line for Ka is doing their best Gandalf impression this game. They are not letting any of these divers through at all. And
Yeah, they're not finding angles.
Yeah.
You have Evelyn, you have Nefuri, you got to be coming in at angles, and they're all 5 of them are just running straight ahead.
Yeah. In their defense, the Thresh has done a great job of hanging back and waiting for them to try to do something from an angle. And you need to have time to set up the angles, right? If you get engaged on first, you don't have time to be in position. But Ched is here. He's going to ult into the pit.
Ched is
Gonna get into the
ulting
pit.
into the pit. He smites early and dies.
I don't
Wait,
mind.
he doesn't smite.
I don't mind him trying that, to be honest. I think you don't really lose anything if you die there.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
game
mind him
is
trying.
way out of hand for your team. And when you're when the other team, everyone has a bounty, it's not looking good for you.
Yeah, it's not great. And honestly, very impressive turnaround by Ka this game. You know, the early game went poorly for them, just like last game, but they managed to rally and do really good team play.
Yeah, I'm really respecting this bot lane.
Yeah, like they might have a lot of deaths, and that's just kind of a consequence of how poorly the early game went. But they've really hung in there and been resilient.
Yeah, every time I've been watching the Jinx play, like the positioning, the spacing has just been really top tier.
Yep. Maybe a little aggressive towards the assassins when she's by herself, but in the actual team fights, she's done a fantastic job of letting her front line do their job, while still staying in damage range. Yep.
Thresh been very, very key to this so far. Simino Mas is looking for it. They have to get the Jinx out. They do. No, Veigar is coming over. Okay, I don't think Simino Mas wins this.
No,
Yep.
it does not.
This is going to be the damage.
The rest of the team will show up.
Oh
They will
no.
win that, though. That's Veigar going down. Huge
Veigar,
shutdown. Oh,
Veigar
Evelyn.
turned around to hit ult, and he went untargetable, and that's how come they caught up to Veigar.
Yeah.
That was
York
silly.
does end up getting this tower down here. Also noticed the York has a Leandries, which is interesting.
Interesting.
Do they do that in an 80
They
build?
don't.
Okay.
They don't.
That is
It is interesting.
interesting. I mean, I guess it applies it with the duels, but it's probably not worth it. It is
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, no, ghouls, their damage is based on AD. I think it's E.
I mean, I think they proc. I think they proc like abilities and stuff. Like they proc. I know they proc like the lethality item that slows you, so it should proc Leandre's too. It is the
Well,
minions
other than
are
that,
caught as ability damage. So Leandre's Yorick is real into Giga Tank, says Big Castro. Okay, I mean, I'll take his word for it.
I don't see a Giga tank on the other team though. So that point is not helpful.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't call Shen and Nautilus Giga Tanks at this point, but they will be eventually. But yeah, it's an interesting choice for sure.
Yeah. Ooh, that's gonna be a hook onto the other hook champion. Got all the hookers in this game.
Ooh, very nice.
All right, and another hook,
Ooh.
and the flash follow. And Asuna is just destroying everyone. Kreese gets in for the big dunk, and Simino Moss doesn't even look for the Jinx this time. Just says, I want to go on the tanky guy. Oh, and Chad is just running the wrong way, gets ulted out of his base.
Yeah.
Chad just trying to take this to game 3 as hard as he can, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I like Chad's attempts to flank, but if your team gets blasted before you have a chance to even like start doing anything, you're kind of cooked. The game just kind of got away from PSS too hard, so. And there you go. Well played to Ka to rally in game 2, and we're on to game 3.
All right. Well, thank you for letting me join in on the cast, but I'm not going to cast game 3.
No, it's all good. No, thanks
Yeah.
for joining. It's always fun.
Yeah. Get a Stone G in on this. I'm
yeah,
sure
maybe.
he's finished ambitious by now.
I have gotten him on a cast before, but not this season though. So, but yeah, thanks for joining.
Yeah, it's fun. Good luck to both teams.
Yep, see you, dude. Oh, thank God he's finally out of here, right? That would be mean. That is not true. Always a pleasure to have a co-caster. Man, that Thresh is really good. He must be really handsome. I agree, Sangi. I agree. Your very unbiased observation is 100% accurate. I'm just kind of waiting on the enemy team here. We'll get going for game 3. Thank you, Glass Crab, for the very totally unbiased item analysis. I appreciate it. Now that you've said it, I agree. It definitely was Leandre's clutch for Yorick. The question is, will they let Ka have Viger a third time? My intuition is probably not. I thought it did well both games. I think they were just too far behind in game 1, and in game 2 it was huge. So in game 3, I don't think there's any way they let them play it a third time. But who knows? The draft planning of beer league teams is often mysterious. teams are going to switch sides here. So let me go ahead and switch that around. So far, both of our regular beer league series have gone to 3 games, so they've been competitive. Have any of the Fearless series so far gone to 3 games? I don't think they have. I'm not 100% on that. Don't quote me, but I believe they've all been 2-0 so far. And yeah, here we go. I never did look up what what Team CUH stands for. I'll try to remember to do that. I will try to remember to do that before Game 3 starts. I got a little distracted when Mr. Hernandez came in to co-cast, which is fine. Let's go Chedley Sin! Hell yeah! And Ka misses their first ban. You were eating, don't lie. I'm not lying. I admitted to it from the very beginning. I actually meant to go get food during the spectator delay, but me and Mr. Hernandez were talking, and I forgot about it until the game started. I'm like, well, fuck it. Let him cast a minute. I'll be back. So are we not? I guess we're not remaking the draft? What is happening? Neither team has drafted something in the first or banned something in the first round. So okay, I guess they're restarting. Okay. You haven't had any bots show up for me to ban this stream. I'm a little disappointed. I enjoy banning people, and none of our lovely viewers have done anything worthy of a ban. I'm very disappointed. How am I supposed to ban y'all for no reason? I can't. Look at all these support bans. My goodness. 3 support bans in a row. Can we go for 4? Yeah, Maokai's kind of a support ban. Let's freaking go. Simina Mas. Woo! 5 support bans in a row. That is crazy. I love it. And Ka says, hey, we really liked that. We really liked that Jinx. We're going to pick it again. Fair play. And it's very surprising that PSS has opted not to ban the Vigar. I think it's done really well the last couple games. I'm shocked they gave it to them the 3rd game. But here we go. And yep. They said, we really want the Vigar. We're going to lock it in right away. I do think Vigar is in a lower skill level competition like this one. I think Vigar is a lot better. I think people are not as good and experienced enough at the game to punish him early. And I think they're not as good at playing around his stun. So I think a lot of his weaknesses are kind of mitigated in a lower level league. So I like the Vigar pick a lot, actually. And Tristana. Vigar is busted in lower elos. Yeah, see, there you go. Thank you, Nunya. Appreciate it. And he's played it well, too, so it's not just the champion. He's played it really well as well. I'm still not a fan of the tier start if he's going to go Roa as well. I like to have a little bit more early agency with like a D-ring, but that's just my opinion. Cuz gonna bring back the Thresh. I like that. The Thresh was extremely effective last game. He's clearly very good on it. Knows what he's doing. And then the Vi pick. I do like the Vi pick as well. You can ult right through the Veigar stun. It will stun you, but you'll go through it. You can ult through the Tristana ulti if you time it right. So can avoid some big CCs with Vi. I like that. We're gonna go with the Monkey King. Or PSS, okay. Oh, that's not the right channel. Okay, I'm still in the casting channel. Anyone else in the who's watching is welcome to join me to co-cast if you would like. There is no casting credits to be earned this season, so this would just be for funsies, but it is always nice to have someone in here in the booth, so feel free to join in if you want. And Nunya, are you on a team this season? I assume you are, but I don't know which team you're on. I'd rather just harass the caster from chat. That's fair. You're on IQ? Okay. So you're on Rihi's team then. Got it. Wait, if you're on Rihi's team, what role is Rihi playing? Because you're both mid laners, right? You're a jungle? Okay, that makes sense. I think you were a jungle main before mid, right? So I guess that's the smart way to do it. Looking forward to some more Karthus jungle action in Beer League Fearless. Swap around mid jungle, I have a hard time picking one. That's fair. I mean, I kind of do the same with mid, top, and jungle to a lesser degree, so I get that. I do like the Karma pick here for PSS. I like that team-wide mobility with Mantra E and the early lane pressure with Mantra Q. I like that a lot. Smart Shen, man. I agree with that as well. You definitely don't want Shen against a Vi. That just ruins the Vi's day. That's going to be a Mel lock-in. Okay. I don't think this Wukong fits. It is a bit of an odd choice, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure why exactly they went for that, but I guess we'll see. And yeah, the Mel pick. Haven't seen a lot of Mel recently after all the nerfs. I think she's probably a bit underpowered at the moment. Yeah, she definitely still has potential. Yeah. We are going to go with the Mundo last pick, though. They are going to get the chance to counterpick this, assuming that's not a Wukong top, which it might be. Although Wukong is pretty good against Mundo. But we shall see. I do like the Mundo pick against the rest of their team, though. And PSS is going to go with the Warwick. So both those teams can realistically go either. I assume it'll be Warwick top. You know, go Bork Rush.
To the mountains? Or just into daydream mode while you're
Shut up, YouTube. Damn you. Yeah, I would guess Warwick top. Yeah, you know, build Bork, beat up on the Mundo. I know from experience that matchup gets unplayable pretty quickly for Mundo. The moment Warwick gets Bork, you don't really get to trade anymore. So I agree with that. Yeah, Warwick is one of the few champs that can still afford to trade with Mundo after he gets Warmogs, because you heal just as much. I do agree it's awkward to the rest of the team, though, so it does kind of feel like a counter pick for the sake of counter pick. But to be fair, I feel like most Mundo counter picks would have kind of been comp breakers, so you kind of had to choose. And I don't mind picking a. PSS really needed a champ that was good against Mundo because they just did not have any up to this point. So I'm glad they went with a top laner that can DPS down the Mundo and tank him and all that good stuff. So I'm fine with them picking it, 100%. And it looks like it is indeed going to be the Warwick top here. All right, we've got our 3-minute spectator delay, so I will be right back. See meat shed about to pop off. True. Oh, and I just realized I had the teams backwards. So it was PSS that picked Vigar this time. So they stole it. Okay. That changes my analysis of the draft. I didn't clock that Ka wasn't red side this time, so they had Vigar stolen from them, which I think is a good call. Force Teggy to play something else. My bad on that one.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn."
Well, Chad is AFK. He should be fine. He's just gonna at the back. Not quite able to get that camp.
Minions has spawned.
Come hither.
+1 for Vigar. It's so over. And I see Taggy starting with the tier as well, even on the Mel. I guess he just really likes his tier start. I really don't agree with it in this context, but ultimately he's the one playing the game. I don't mean to be hovering on just him for that. Oh wait, BM. He did take my advice. He went for the Doran's ring start this time instead of the tier. I appreciate that. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication there on the positioning, but it ends up working out in Cuz's favor. And doing a ton of damage with Tristana there. And you have to respect this lane. Tristana is way stronger early. You need to be careful. He even took barrier instead of TP. Yeah, there you go. He committed to the bit. I didn't even notice that until just now. Good call out, Mr. Stone. Ironically, this is probably one of the matches where I would have gone Ignite instead of TP, but but I appreciate that he switched to a combat sum at least. And both junglers just casually full clearing in opposite directions, so pretty quiet early game. Does Mel get AP for reflecting Vigar Q? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably not. Ooh, nice Lantern gank to get the Vi in, and that's gonna be first blood over to the Jinx. This Thresh is good, guys. I'm kind of spooked. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen, a Sangi play a lot of Thresh between this last game and just now, and he knows what he's doing. So well played. Yes, I can confirm here that Mel does not get AP. She still has the 18 that she would normally have, so alas. Now the real question is, if Vigar, or if Diego becomes Vigar, and then gains some AP while he's Vigar, does he keep the AP after he changes back? I actually don't know. There does the stacks go then. I assume he just doesn't get the stack because reflected spells count as not hitting, or maybe they do and they just do no damage. I'm actually not 100% on that. Riot does a lot of weird. The way Riot codes things on that level, it gets kind of weird. Nice gank here by Chet. A nice jump by Human Bane on the other side to kind of get behind him, and that's going to force out both their flashes. Ooh, and unfortunately he gets hooked in a tower, but thankfully there was minions there to not. There was minions there to tank the tower, so he ends up being able to walk away from that. Where does the stacks go? I guess we were talking about what happens when Mel reflects a Vigar Q, and does Mel get stacks? I'm pretty sure the answer is no. Does Vigar still get stacks? I don't know. I don't know if it counts as hitting the spell or not. For the purposes of gaining AP. I'm not going to rewind to check. Mel does not get Vigar passive, and no Vigar's not going to stack because it counts as her ability. No, but I mean, like, the Vigar Q still hits her and then gets reflected, right? Like, does it still count as a hit if she reflects it? That's what I'm wondering. Meanwhile, a lot of posturing over this first dragon here. I don't think it counts as hitting her. It's like a wind wall type effect. You may be right. Or like I think it's more accurate to call it like a riposte-like effect, but same difference. I wouldn't be surprised if they were basically identical on some level, although they can't be exactly identical because, like if you ignite a Mel during her debut, it'll still go through, whereas if you ignite a Fiora during her debut, it just kind of disappears into the void. I'm pretty fit, I think. So I assume Viger doesn't stack either. Okay. Well, there you go. That's probably, it probably just doesn't count as anything then if she reflects it. Fair enough. Riot keeps adding weird things to the game that adds questions to interactions. It's kind of fun, but things don't necessarily work the way you would expect. Fiora can parry Ignite, super fun. Now I agree. I love having my 3-minute cooldown wasted because she pressed a button. That's super awesome. Yeah, that's correct. Fiora completely mitigates the ability. Yeah. Oh, I'll have to test it at some point if igniting a Mel during her W still ignites her if she just ignores it entirely. Because like she doesn't ignore abilities, she just doesn't take damage. So like if you CC or something that's not a projectile, the CC still goes through, it just doesn't do damage. So I assume the ignite would still apply, it just wouldn't do damage until the ability ended. I don't know. Gotta find something to yap about to fill the quiet time here in the game, and the answer was Mel W. Which, to be fair, is a fascinating ability, so... They are going to go ahead and go over 2 grubs here. I would really like to see them pulling all these grubs so she can AoE them all at once. If you have time, you almost always want to pull the grubs out of the pit so that all 3 of them stack on top of each other. It's a friendly tip from your friendly neighborhood caster, I guess. Not quite as exciting as Spider-Man, I'm afraid. An interesting kind of an early lane swap here for Cub. I'm not sure why exactly they did this. I guess so that the bot lane could rotate and help with this. I guess that's the reason. All right, fair play. We're trying to poke Woloch here under tower. He does need to be careful. Oh, I guess they already used Jinx ult, so that's probably their kill threat gone. So, ooh. And Karma ends up walking right into the Vi here. She's gonna go. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, shield your eyes, children! Shield your eyes! Nothing happened. There's nothing she could have done. Oh. Oh. Oh, now Vi's gonna go ahead and get caught out here, and that's nice CC chain by PSS. She's gonna go down. Oh, Mundo's decided he's had enough of this Triss bullying here. He's popping ult and he's going in. And oh no! 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 Oh no! 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 Oh no! It's a bad day for flashes. That is tough. Oh my god. And that is going to be Feats of Warfare over for Ka, up to a nice early lead for them so far this game. The bot lane synergy is insane. Yeah, the Ka bot lane's been very impressive so far this series. They had a really rough start to game 2, but other than that, they've done a really great job. I've been very impressed with them. So tier into Ludens. You know what? Tenki just does his own thing. He doesn't give a fuck what the recommended items are. He does not care. He's like, I build what's fun. I build what I enjoy. I don't give in to peer pressure. I respect it. Boots would probably be good though, but you know, I'm just saying, boots might not be a bad idea, but that's all. Tristana again getting some nice damage. There's the Cub no, wait. Oh my god, the player level confuses me a little bit. PSS bot lane is down there. I meant PSS. Oh. Tough. Alright, about a 1.5k gold lead here for Huh. Still don't know what their team is because I forgot to look it up again. I was distracted by food. It's a very effective tactic if you want to distract me, just mention food. Nice gank coming up here on Tristana. She's going to go down. And now, ooh, nice hook on the Karma. She's going to go down as well. Fantastic gank set up here by Sangi. Not sure why he just ulted there, though. And Dragon is up. They're going to go ahead and grab it here. Should be nice and free. And I know we talked early on about the Bork going Bork first, but it appears he's actually not going Bork first, or at least not straight Bork. He might be going Tiamat first. I also noticed that Glass Crab did not go the triple belt, so it'll be a while before he actually gets his Warmog online. He also does not have the cookies either, so that will delay it a bit as well. So I like the Mundo pick, but definitely is not fully up to date on the actual build, so that will delay his scaling a bit. His W passive, I think, does max health. I think it's his Q, but it's his Q, but you definitely still need it. The Q is not enough. You definitely need the Bark.
Will soon fall.
Well, it looks like he is going Bork. He just went Tiamat early to get more wave clear, which I think is fine to do. His regular passive does magic damage. His Q is a lot of... That is true. The Q is a lot of max health damage, but it's not going to be enough. As the game goes on, it will definitely not be enough. Ka bot lane is here. A nice bait by Jinx under the tower to bait the Warp to go in on her, and Thresh was just hiding right at a Fog of War, and that's going to be another kill for the Jinx. And so far, fantastic game 3 here by Cub, 3k gold. And on the verge of feat strength as well, if they can get either this Rift Herald or first tower. And looks like it might happen in bot lane here because Muno's left uncontested down here. Oh, Simon Moss is kind of off on the side with the Jinx. Doesn't quite have the damage to finish her off. And able to stall long enough for the team to arrive. Ooh. And that's going to be a flash, but unfortunately he's going to get the whip by the Thresh, and he's going to go down, and now the rest of Ka is arriving as well, but Tristana's here on the side against the Mel, and Wukong's actually kind of doing some crazy damage here, but they're managing to kite away, and they should be fine now. Nice W there by Ched, but in the end, I don't think it's going to be enough. Well, maybe he can do something cheeky here. Ooh, somehow jukes the Vi W. I don't know why he's not just bursting this Vi. Like, you're holding Q, buddy. I see you have it. Just finish her off. Okay, well. In the end, Ched put up a valiant fight, but it does go down, and then 08 PM tries to come in late to get some cheeky kills, but he is still very squishy. And he's gonna go down as well. And yeah, up to a 6K gold lead for Ka now. It's looking rough. This is Rocket League. Jinx Rockets. Yeah, I think at this point with this game, with this lead and this scaling comp, I think this is Ka's game to lose. But we have seen some throws here already, so... Oh, Peggy, you don't want to do that. You don't have the damage to burst him down, although you do have the Mundo there in the bush, so you're probably fine. Yeah, okay, fair enough. You got help around, you can afford to be a little cheeky. Now play breaking out here in the mid lane. Ka bot lane doing an excellent job of covering for each other, and that's gonna be, oh my, that hook almost hit again, my goodness. They're trying to make a play there while that stuff was happening bot, but they're just not strong enough to actually get the kill, unfortunately. Gets excited, but I don't think anything else is going to come of it. Mundo just kind of goes ahead and solos Dragon down there. Well, I guess Vi helped. She kind of just left early, but I got Ka in a great position. Yeah, I mean, the fact that both the top and bot lane for Ka are ahead at this point, despite being the weaker lanes early, is really not good. So, that puts PSS in a really rough spot here for the rest of this game. They do have a pretty good scaling comp with the Veigar and the Tristana, but it's going to take a while. Seeming Amos trying to be a little sneaky, see if he can get a pick. I don't know if he has the damage to one-shot anybody at this point, but he doesn't mean he's not going to try. Actually, I think he's probably just going to back here. Unfortunately, he is going to be discovered. Nice dodge the hook. He's going to buy a little bit of time. He should go down here, though. Oop. Yep, he will indeed go down. Now, Legendary Jinx at before 20 minutes. That's really not what you want to see. Go ahead and pop the ult. Good buy mechanics there. You always start with the ulti in that situation and then queue them back into your team. I like that. They're going to be able to get the kill on Teggy. They are. They are able to get a return kill at least. But they are going to lose top tier 2, which is a lot of gold. So they might lose more if they keep going. No, they're going to back off. So they're going to look for Mr. Wukong here. I think they're going to get him too. That was a fantastic Jinx trap there to cut off his escape. Ka's going to go ahead and move on to the Otacon. Should be a nice retake for them. Wait, what is Mundo building? A Titanic second, it certainly looks like it. That is definitely not what you want to do, but that's what he's doing. That's what it appears to be doing. Nice hook on the Karma there. Should go down. She will. Chet's gonna get in. I think this would be a decent play, but they're just too far behind for this to work, I think. Yep. They are indeed. Nicely played by Human Main to kind of stall a bit, but in the end, no one from Ka will die. Ka, we're just smacking them with their wallets. Indeed. The wallets are heavy. Wallet diff. Yeah, up to a 9.5K gold lead already. Whew. Easily the most lopsided single game I've seen so far in Beer League. Although I admittedly have not seen all the games. I've heard the one yesterday was pretty rough, but it was not streamed, so no one got to see it. The one tomorrow will be pretty rough. Yeah, for who? That's the question. Tiger's gonna TP in here. Should be able to just move on and get third dragon here pretty easily. They're kind of just hoping that PSS tries to fight them. They're just so far ahead, they can win even a bad fight. So. And yep, it is indeed Titanic Hydra second. PSS, these are the first to drink, they just can't walk in. I think even if they're first to drink, I don't think they can do it unless the other team is just not doing it for some reason. Like if they start the dragon and the other team is there, they're just gonna get wiped. I mean, you can't outplay a 10k gold lead at this point. Unless you're playing under your tower. And yeah, no blue trinkets yet either. And the Warwick does indeed finally have his Bork. That will help. Honestly, he could probably win this now despite being 0-4. Yep, here he goes. He's going for it. Don't know why he's holding his ulti for so long, but don't like giving the Mundo his passive back. But now he's got to run. And unfortunately, he is a little too late on that. He's going to go down. Yeah. No, that's fair. I just think that looking for any sort of interaction with the other team at this point is very unlikely to go in their favor. No matter how good the engage is. Amazingly, the Jinx line actually that far ahead in items. Okay, I lied. She just bought a bunch of items. Never mind. Whereas, like, Bramble can't be right. For Warwick, you mean? I mean, yeah, I'd probably rather have the other one. Yeah, no, I said that at the beginning. I would have liked to have seen him take Ignite instead of Barrier. I think you just rely on Ignite and build damage. But he took Barrier instead, and that was clearly not the right choice. Yeah, Bramble doesn't do enough. I agree with that. Because Mundo could just stop autoing you, right? Like, even if you need to build Grievous Wounds, you shouldn't build Bramble. You should build the AD one. Because he can't just turn it off. Ignite instead of Flash? I mean, you could do that too, I suppose. Could go Ignite, Barrier top. But anyway, Karma kind of gets caught out here, and now Ka's going to go ahead and move on to the Baron. You see Ched's going to try to go for steal. Wukong is pretty good at stealing objectives. So, sees the moment, sees it and own it. He just doesn't have vision on it though, so he has to kind of blindly go in and hope that the timing is good. He's gonna go in, and neither jungler secures it. It's actually the Mundo who finishes it off. I'm not really a Warwick player, okay? Just from what I've seen. No, I agree with that. I've seen double combat sub Warwick top before. I think there's logic to it. I don't disagree with that. And yeah, that is probably going to be game here. Not only did they lose the Baron, but they're kind of getting picked off. I don't think they can defend this. So I assume that Cub will just walk their way to this win, barring something extraordinary. Well, they might hold for now. Yeah, they are going to hold for the moment. I think they're just kind of delaying the inevitable here, but they do hold for the time being. And Mundo going for another, going for, I assume, Overlord's Bloodmail. He's just not interested in the Heartsteel this game, I guess. He does not care for it. He does not live for the stacking. Yeah, 13k gold deficit, and you're at soul point for the opponent. That is tough to manage. Let's see. Plus it's Cloud Soul too, so that is not the one you want to lose. You don't want to lose any soul, but Cloud Soul is busted. Probably rather play into Cloud Soul this game than a Mountain or Hex deck. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it really makes any meaningful difference, but yeah. Yep, I expect them to just push it in here pretty quickly. Cloud Soul at least doesn't provide more combat stats, just move speed, which is pretty irrelevant. I mean, I don't know if I'd call move speed irrelevant ever, but... So I get my Warmogs ASAP and wanted to build it anyway. No, I don't disagree with the Warmogs at all. The it's the Titanic second that's confusing. Usually you go Heartsteel second, but you're definitely giving up a lot of scaling by not going Heartsteel on Mundo. But I think there are times where not going Heartsteel is appropriate. Like if you're against a really heavy range team, and you're not gonna be able to stack it. I think not going Heartsteel is fine. But bit of a fight breaking out here, and Mundo just kind of bonking his head against the towers. But wow, they actually kill him there. All right. I mean, it doesn't matter that the game is gonna end here. I like Heartsteel, but I didn't think I'd be able to proc into a game like Fire Trans. Well, that's fair. If you think you're in a game where you're not gonna be able to proc it very often, I think skipping Heartsteel is fine. And yeah, GG. Honestly, great, phenomenal rebound by Ka. I mean, they looked really rough in game 1, and then they managed to make a big comeback in game 2, and then game 3, they just kept their momentum going and stomped. So yeah, there you go. Congrats to Ka for new team to the league, their first victory at Beer League victory. Well played to them. I believe we have. I know we have some more series here. Let me look around. Let me look here. So we have 2 tomorrow. Tomorrow on Saturday, 1 at 7 Eastern and 1 at 10:30 Eastern. So that's going to be back to back. And then one final series on Sunday that I will be playing in. So looking forward to that. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.